I'm going to play unit tester. In turn, I will make a few gladiatorial games there, where I'm going to stack up units versus units, and we will see which gladiator or a specific unit or combination of units is going to prevail. And I think that this time I'm going to choose a group of Hellbats. First of all, I need to select that pass right here, and now a few Hellbats. That's what I want to go for right here. These ones are allowed after the armory, so you can construct them after you get an armory. And now we're gonna stack them up against these Protoss units. Also, I'm going to turn on the music a little bit. Yeah, we can hear music. So that worked out. Options. Unfortunately, I cannot change the hotkeys here as much as I would like to. In any case, let's watch this again. As you can see, the Hellbats cost the exact same as the Zealots, but they do much better when they're stacked up. Just like that. And they don't even have the blue flame. If they would have the blue flame, it would be very different. So let's get them that.
Getting fired up here, boss.
They are light unit, and so they will suffer increased damage. The Protoss units would most likely end up having a charge at this point, so they will close up on the enemy very quickly. But that doesn't look like
Talk to me.
it changes much. Okay, the next thing is to max out some of the upgrades. So vehicle weapons and vehicle ship plating versus quite a few upgrades for the Protoss. The Protoss uses 3, which costs more, but at the same time it's fine.
What's the story?
And now they do 39 damage versus light,
Set something on fire.
which is actually very heavy damage. So Hellbats are very good damage dealers, without a doubt.
Talk to me.
Alright. And that's it. It looks like Hellbats would just win over the Zealots. Next, let's get a few of these depths and see how it would work out. The Hellions have blue flame on. As you can see, the depths are a bit more better. They lasted just a little bit longer, slightly bit longer. I think that the Hellbats should close up before they engage, and then more Hellbats would be attacking. So let's try this once more.
Let's set some on fire.
I'm gonna get them as close as I can and then launch an attack. Even then, still 2 Hellbats stayed behind in turn, not dealing any damage. However, the results were just slightly bit better.
I hear you. What's
If
the
we
story?
could
Getting fired up here, boss. Hell yeah.
extend them a little bit. It would be fun, however, they won't extend, they will always try to move into a little circle in the middle,
Let's set some on fire.
in turn
What's the story?
making it difficult. In any case,
Give us your
the adepts do 22 damage versus light, which isn't that bad at all. Isn't that bad at all. And so,
Talk to me.
600 would
Hot
normally
button out
stay.
there.
Alright. What if the upgrades take place? And I'm gonna upgrade to its full capacity. 3-3. And now the dev does 28 damage versus light.
Fired up here, boss.
And Hellbats are light units. However, adepts have reasonably small life. Oh no, they don't. Actually, they have 140 versus Hellbat 135. So they do not have a reasonably small life, though, because including shields, they would have 140. Without shields, they would have 70, and the shields regenerate after the battle. So, as you can see, this guy runs away, stays without a fight for some time. I wonder how long. Let's take a look.
What's the story?
So, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6-7 seconds. And
I hear you.
Give us your command.
What's the getting fired up?
Combat awaits.
and it will start to regain. So maybe 7 seconds.
With pride.
And it's
Najakar,
regaining like to a second or something like that. And I think the longer it waits, the quicker it's kind of
it shall be done.
What's the story?
goes back up.
Let's set some on.
Give us your command.
Let's see. Still 0. Bam. No, it kind of goes up at the same rate. But the fact that it goes back up is really cool. Without a doubt.
To glory.
As you know,
Executor.
they can shade
Shall be done.
and
Templar, march. Where shall we march?
that's a really cool addition.
I hear you.
Yes, Executor.
Done. Hellbats would without doubt when against
Let your will.
the adepts.
Talk to me. What's the story?
And that's that.
Getting fired up here, boss.
600 would stay. Alright, I'm going back. And now I'm going to go for a different unit. And this time I'm gonna go
Najakar, Mina.
for a couple of Colossus. Let's see how these guys would do against the Hellbats. As you can see, the first things first. Colossus will attack multiple Hellbat units. So even then, not much can be done. I'm gonna try to spread them out Probably the key here is to spread them out. And then things may be a bit different.
Getting fired up here, boss.
So that as few as possible will be attacked.
Talk to me.
Also, some of the troopers
I hear
could
you.
be allowed to leave the battle. Like, look at that, this guy just ran away and he's doing like 3 damage here. Just because he ran. And these kind of, understanding these kind of mechanics is without very important. Look at that, this guy ran away, took attention from these, and now these did an incredibly kind of large amount of totally free damage. Okay, let's tag them up again. Oh wow. So now I'm not doing anything. These died, no attention has been kind of taken away from anybody. I moved units there. Alright. It's time to max these out. And now let's stack them up against each other again. So what happens now is that Colossus is doing more damage, and more damage from distance, in turn killing the Hellbat units.
Getting fired up here, boss.
And it looks like some of the Hellbats are not even able to close up. In this case, I was able to lure Colossus fire away from the Hellbats by moving these through them. As you can see, in this case, the remaining Hellbats had additional chance of attacking. On the other hand, if the Hellbats would just attack straight, they would just lose too much health, and in turn would suffer more losses. So as you can see, there's still a random chance of who's going to win. Any side can win. Surprisingly enough, this random success factor is playing a very important, very large role, because it happens all the time. As you can see in this case, the Colossus was prevailing force in the battle. They have successfully achieved victory here. Done, and now it wasn't exactly it. So what can I say? Gameplay plays very important role. Now I'm gonna stack them up against these cloaked units. Well, because they are cloaked, we'll need an observer, and the Raven will be a fine observer here. Now the Hellbats will have sheer damage, so
I bask in the twilight.
this is good. And
Let's set some on fire.
they, the Dark Templar, will suffer
I will comply.
greatly. Okay, let's max them out. The High Templar are doing great damage. I left the shields back then, so it wasn't kind of really perfectly worked out. So I'm gonna do it without shields now and see how it's gonna work out. So in theory now, these Dark Templar are much weaker. Not much, too much, but reasonably weaker at least. But then they could not gain a victory. I mean, they kind of suffered even more. Obviously, they would never be able to win. If they didn't win with shields, they wouldn't win without them as well. Now that everybody is upgraded, and
Fear is an illusion.
Dark Templar does 6 damage per hit, which is an incredible damage. However, it doesn't look like anything's going to save them now.
Engineering at your disposal.
And they won't do much. So Hellbat, all in all, with blue flames, is a very capable fighting machine. Now let's see how Immortals will stack against them. And Immortals are a truly powerful unit. They have a good attack, but against armor at 50, so they're very kind of roach smashing units, because roaches are armored and they are a common Zerg unit. However, Immortals do carry a price tag that's steep. In any case, they shoot from a distance and they have a good range. Now I'm gonna move them a bit closer. So now they're attacking multiple Immortals. And I tag them. Let's tag them again.
Scanning battlefield.
Alright, so now they will take increased damage. And it looks like that's without a doubt making them a lot weaker. Okay, now next we are going to increase their fighting effectiveness with upgrades. So the Hellbat problem is that simply it is an armored unit, which in turn means that it cannot share the upgrades given to biological units. It's not the first time when I'm pressing A and it doesn't really click. It looks like I just need to kind of click it really strongly.
At your disposal.
Okay, they should probably move away from me when I'm moving towards them, because they can die. Okay, that's it. It looks like Immortals in mass or not would prevail. Look at that price tag. The price tag is just absolutely beautiful. Immortals are just slightly